Hello, truck and SUV fans. Semestral here. I'm the host of Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk, a podcast only covering the truck and SUV news. So if you're into that news, check it out. Today I'm going to talk to you about the Chevy Avalanche. I'm going to give you the 5 reasons why GM needs to bring it back, and maybe also a Cadillac Escalade EXT. So stay with us as we talk about the much beloved Chevy Avalanche. Dig into those 5 reasons I told you need to bring the Chevy Avalanche. But before I do, I'm going to grab my thinking cap here. Yeah, shows you how old I am. All right, I got my Chevrolet thinking cap on, which I keep playing with. Doesn't look right in video, but I'm just going to go with it. One of the reasons I did this video is if you look at our website, pickuptrucktalk.com, one of the most popular articles we have on there that I wrote a couple years ago was 5 reasons Chevy needs to bring back the 2018 Chevy Avalanche, bring out as a 2018 model. It's past 2018. We're not talking 2019, 2020, so it doesn't really factor, but I thought I'd update it because things haven't really changed, and my 5 reasons are about the same. Let's start with number 1. Number 1 would be the business case. So as much as we love vehicles and as much as passion we get about vehicles, we wish GM would do this or Ford would do that or Ram would do this or Dodge would do that. These are businesses. It all comes back to the business case. These guys, they're business executives. They have accountants. They are thinking about long-term business plans. And so the first thing you have to do with the Chevy Avalanche, you have to make the business case on why Chevy needs to offer it. And I think in this case, it's pretty easy. So if you look at across the facilities, in the article I talk about Arlington, and the numbers are 2017, 18 numbers, but the production numbers are probably about the same, maybe even a little bit more tight as far as inventory there. And what I'm talking about is, does GM have room to build the Avalanche in one of their plants? I say yes. I say they have room in Arlington. They have room at Fort Wayne Assembly. They have room at Flint Assembly. There's places they can build the Avalanche and get down the line. So that's number 1, because you can't build a new product on an assembly line that doesn't exist. So you need to infuse it in one of your existing lines. And being they still build a lot of pickups, and the Avalanche really is just a pickup with an SUV kind of crossover thing with the midgate. It can fit. It can fit down the line. They don't have to build a lot of production of it. It can just soap up a little bit of unused production. Number 2 would be the market has changed. So when GM discontinued the Avalanche was 2013, and it was kind of the last siren song. They had 2 years of 20,000 unit sales. They had a high of 2003. They had 93,000 units sold. So there was a market for it, and the market kind of slowly crept down lower, and people weren't buying it as much, and so that's why they got rid of it. But I think the market has changed quite a bit. You know, back then we were selling a lot of cars. The Camry was still one of the big top sellers. The Civic was a big top seller. Those cars still are pretty good sellers, but the market has definitely become more of a truck and SUV market. Truck and SUVs have been leading the way for at least the last 3 years, setting all sorts of sales records, and the market has changed dramatically, and the industry has changed from that. If you think about it, the Bronco's coming back, the Ford Ranger's coming back. Those were discontinued products that Ford had seen at the time as being going away from. They were trying to build more Fusions, more Focuses, more cars, and now even they admit that they're going to end Focus production. They're talking about ending Focus and Fusion production. They're going to build more of the They're trying to bring back the Bronco, the Ranger. The Ranger will come back. The Broncos will probably be out year after that. I'll put a link up above that talks about the 2020 Ford Bronco, what I think it's going to look like. And so the market has totally changed. And so when things have changed and you have the business case to build it, which the market impacts the business case, they kind of go hand in hand. So you have the capacity and you have the market has changed, you know, there's room there to keep expanding. Number 3, whatever you're going to do there. 3, versatility is hot, right? Tahoe sales, Yukon sales, Suburban sales, and Urban hotter. And people want versatility. They want a vehicle they can do multiple things with. They want it to fit in their lifestyle, and they want it more unique. And that's why I think you're seeing plug-in hybrids. So you can drive it on electric, and then you can plug it in and keep the electric charged up. Then you use the hybrid version. You can use it as gas as well. So it's got a gas electric engine, a plug-in hybrid. So the versatility is really hot in the marketplace. And if there's one thing about the Avalanche, it was versatile, right? You could fit in 5, or you could fold down and extend the bed and have a full-length bed. And so versatility is really hot in the marketplace, and I think that's another big reason why a Chevy should bring back an Avalanche. Number 4, fuel economy has improved. So remember years ago, if you told a truck guy years ago, you got 17 miles a gallon in your truck, hot damn, excited, I got 17 miles a gallon in a truck. Nowadays, it's pretty average. You're getting 19, 20. Heck, some of the Ford Ram has the EcoDiesel that's supposed to get 29 miles per gallon high efficiency, and a new Ford diesel engine, which I'll put a link to up top, is expected to get 30 miles per gallon. So you could take an Avalanche and do a diesel Avalanche, which Chevy's going to do with the new Silverado, and you can get the fuel economy out of it that was unheard of years ago. And so this whole argument about trucks going up and down in sales because of fuel economy, I think it's kind of not the case. Sure, if fuel gets to $7, $8, $9 a gallon, things will change, but I don't think that we're going back that way. I think things with the marketplace is so varied as far as different powertrains, electric, and you're looking at hydrogen fuel cells are becoming more of a thing. As varied market is, the fuel uses we're using, the more the fuel prices will stay down. Okay, so that's number 4. Number 5, vehicle pricing has changed. And I mean this in the full-size truck and full-size SUV. We just did a podcast on this, which you can check out on Apple iTunes or Android Play, I think that's what they call it, or Google Play. I'll put a link above, another card, a little link. It's talking about 2017 truck and SUV full prices, full-size SUVs, full-size trucks, mid-size trucks, the prices of the vehicle, the average transaction price. And when you look at that, you look at the full-size luxury SUV is $85,000. A full-size truck is averaging $45,000. I think it's 45, 47, somewhere in that range. And the mid-size was like $35,000. Again, see the link for all the exact information. So you're looking at the pricing has changed a lot. People are buying more luxury. They're buying more fully loaded. They're buying more profitable vehicles, which goes back to the business case, right? So you can build an Avalanche and you can build a Cadillac Escalade EXT, and you can build these vehicles like, imagine like a high country Chevy Avalanche, full of leather, navigation, the Android Auto, the Apple CarPlay built into it, a bunch of chrome, or not chrome if you don't care for chrome, and a bunch bigger wheels and just a bunch of luxury features inside of it. And you're talking about a pretty expensive truck that people are buying. They're buying like crazy right now. So it seems like if you're going to take a chance on a vehicle, is kind of my point here, you're not going to take a chance on like a fully loaded cruise. You're not going to build like a high country cruise because people aren't buying those. But if we were to take a chance on a vehicle, you could take a chance on an Avalanche. You have a more profit margin in there versus a car, right? So you have more room to play around. You have more room to spend on R&D, and you have better opportunities to build more luxury versions of it. Heck, they could build an Avalanche without a base model. They could build it as crew cabs only. They could build it as, it came crew cabs only, but it could build it as only higher grade levels. And I think people would still buy it. So there you go. There's the 5 reasons I think the Chevy Avalanche should come back. I'll put a link below that has a link to the article I wrote that says quite a few comments, especially from passionate Chevy Avalanche buyers who are putting the miles on their Avalanche and they're hoping for a replacement soon. So make sure you subscribe to the channel for more on Pickup Truck Plus SUV news, and we'll see you down the road.